Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about TCA cycle. It is also known as citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. This TCA means tricarboxylic acid cycle. So it is a cyclic process. It is the final common pathway of breakdown of carbohydrates, fats and proteins to the formation of acetyl-CoA. It is the final common oxidative pathway. Final common oxidative pathway of this carbohydrates, fats and proteins through the formation of acetyl-CoA. So these enzymes of TCA cycle are located in mitochondrial matrix. In mitochondrial matrix, these are either free or attached to the inner surface of the inner mitochondrial membrane. The whole process is aerobic. Here the whole process is aerobic. It requires oxygen as the final oxidant of the reducing equivalents. Anoxia or hypoxia causes total or partial inhibition of the cycle. Then the reactions of citric acid cycle are divided into 4 stages. So we will see each stages one by one. That is stage 1. In first step, formation of citric acid from acetyl-CoA and oxaloacetate. From oxaloacetate and acetyl-CoA, formation of citrate. Formation of citrate. Here CoA-SH is released by the enzyme, water is added. Here the enzyme is citrate synthase. Citrate synthase. So it is an irreversible reaction and an exergonic reaction. It gives out 7.8 kilocalorie. 7.8 kilocalorie. This acetyl group of acetyl-CoA is transferred to oxaloacetate. Acetyl group of acetyl-CoA is transferred to oxaloacetate. A molecule of water is required for the high energy bond linkage. A molecule of water is required to hydrolyze the high energy bond linkage between the acetyl group and the CoA. Here the energy released is used for citrate condensation. This citrate synthase is a condensing enzyme. So the energy released is used for citrate condensation. Here no ATP is required. That is the first step in stage 1. In second step, this formation of cis-aconitate and isocitrate from citric acid. So we will see the reaction from citrate by the enzyme aconitase. It needs Fe++. Here water is released and it is converted into cis-aconitate. Cis-aconitate. This cis-aconitate by the same enzyme aconitase. Fe++. Water is added and it is converted into isocitrate. So second step is the formation of cis-aconitate and isocitrate from citrate. Citric acid is converted to isocitrate by the enzyme aconitase. This conversion takes place in 2 steps. First step is formation of cis-aconitate from citric acid or citrate as a result of asymmetric dehydration. Cis-aconitate is formed from citrate. Then next step is formation of isocitrate from cis-aconitate as a result of stereospecific rehydration. Stereospecific rehydration. So both processes are catalyzed by the same enzyme, this aconitase. This aconitase requires Fe++. That is the second step. Then fluoroacetate. Fluoroacetate is the inhibitor of this enzyme aconitase. Fluoroacetate is the inhibitor. This fluoroacetate in the form of fluoroacetyl-CoA. Fluoroacetyl-CoA, it condenses with this oxaloacetate. Fluoroacetate in the form of fluoroacetyl-CoA condenses with oxaloacetate to form fluoroacetate. This in turn inhibits the enzyme aconitase and allows citrate to accumulate. So citrate accumulation is there. Here also no ATP formation at this stage. That is stage 1. Then next one is stage 2. This 6-carbon isocitrate, this is the 6-carbon compound. This isocitrate is converted to a derivative of 4-carbon succinyl-CoA. That is the first step. That is from isocitrate it is converted to oxalosuccinate. Oxalosuccinate by the enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. Isocitrate dehydrogenase. As it is a dehydrogenase, it needs NAD plus or NADP plus. NAD, here it is NAD plus, here NADH plus, H plus. Here from NADH it gives 3 ATP. So from 2 NADH it gives 6 ATP. So here 6 ATP molecules. This NADH enters into respiratory chain. Then from this isocitrate to oxalosuccinate, then oxalosuccinate to alpha ketoglutarate. Alpha ketoglutarate by the same enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. Same enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. Here decarboxylation. It needs Mn++. So this second stage is 6-carbon isocitrate is converted to a derivative of 4-carbon succinyl-CoA. So from alpha ketoglutarate it is converted to succinyl-CoA. Succinyl-CoA. Here enzyme is alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. So here NAD plus, NADH plus H plus. So from 1 molecule of NADH 3 ATP. So 2 molecules of NADH it is 6 ATP molecules. So the second stage is the 6-carbon isocitrate is converted into a derivative of 4-carbon succinyl-CoA. Here the isocitrate undergoes oxidation then followed by decarboxylation and it first forms alpha ketoglutarate. That is formation of first step is oxaloacetate formation. Formation of oxalosuccinate formation of oxalosuccinate and alpha ketoglutarate or alpha oxoglutarate from isocitric acid. This isocitrate dehydrogenase enzyme, it is of 3 types. This enzyme is of 3 types. Isocitrate dehydrogenase. This enzyme catalyzes 2 reactions. This enzyme is of 3 types. First one is an NADP dependent NADP dependent ICD. It is found in cytosol. Second one is another NADP dependent ICD. It is found in mitochondria. NADP dependent ICD. It is in mitochondria. Then third one is this NADP dependent ICD that is in mitochondria, that is more active and widely distributed. Then this third one is NAD plus dependent ICD. It is found only in mitochondria. These are the types of isocitrate dehydrogenase enzyme. So this enzyme catalyzes two reactions. From isocitrate it is converted to oxalosuccinate. Here NAD is used. From NADH it enters into respiratory chain and gives 6 ATP molecules. Then oxalosuccinate is decarboxylated to form alpha ketoglutarate by the same enzyme. Then next step is from alpha ketoglutarate formation of succinyl CoA. So that is oxidative decarboxylation. This reaction is analogous to oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid to acetyl CoA. This reaction is similar to that of this oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid to acetyl CoA. Here the enzyme is alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex. It requires identical coenzymes and cofactors like TPP. It requires TPP, then lipoic acid, then FAD, NAD plus, then Mg plus plus. So this enzyme alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex, it requires identical coenzymes and cofactors TPP, lipoic acid, CoA SH, FAD, NAD and Mg++. This reaction is irreversible. Then arsenite inhibits the reaction and it causes the substrate alpha ketoglutarate to accumulate. Arsenite is the inhibitor of the reaction, so alpha ketoglutarate accumulates. Here NADH produces this oxidized in respiratory chain and it yields ATP. From 2 NADH it gives 6 ATP molecules. Then in that is stage 2. Next is stage 3. In stage 3, succinyl CoA is converted to succinic acid to continue the cycle. From succinyl CoA it is converted to succinic acid or succinate. Succinic acid or succinate. Here the enzyme is succinate thiokinase. Succinate thiokinase. Here GTP, GDP plus PI. It in turn converts ADP to ATP. So here 2 ATP molecules. The succinyl CoA in the stage 3, the succinyl CoA is converted to succinic acid to continue the cycle. Enzyme catalyzing the reaction is succinate thiokinase. It is also called as succinyl CoA synthase. Then the release of free energy from oxidative decarboxylation of alpha ketoglutarate generate a high energy bond in addition to the formation of NADH. In presence of this enzyme nucleoside diphosphate kinase, here a high energy phosphate bond is produced. So in the presence of nucleoside phosphorylase kinase, here GTP or ITP, here GDP or IDP. So the high energy phosphate bond formed is cleaved by the enzyme nucleoside diphosphate kinase. So ATP is produced. GTP or ITP plus ADP by the enzyme nucleoside diphosphorkinase. it is converted to ATP plus GDP or GIDP. So this is the formation of ATP here. So ATP is produced at the substrate level without the participation into electron transport chain. So this is the only example of substrate level phosphorylation in TCA cycle. This is the only example of substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation in TCA cycle. So 1 ATP is produced in the reaction at substrate level. So from 2 succinyl CoA 2 ATP. So it will produce 2 ATP molecules. That is stage 3. Then in stage 4 involves 3 successive reactions in which succinic acid is oxidized to this oxaloacetate. So first reaction is succinate to fumarate. Succinate to fumarate by the enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. Succinate dehydrogenase. Here it is FAD, FADH2. Hydrogen acceptor is FAD, not NAD plus. Here it is FAD, FADH plus H plus. So from here it is, from 1 FAD it is 2 ATP, from 2 it is 4 ATP molecules. Then from fumarate it is converted to malate. Fumarate to malate by the enzyme fumarase. By the enzyme fumarase, it is converted to malate. Here water molecule is added. Then malate is converted into oxaloacetate. Malate is converted into oxaloacetate by the enzyme malate dehydrogenase. Malate dehydrogenase. Here also NAD plus NADH plus H plus. NAD plus NADH plus H plus. So from 2 molecules of NADH it gives 6 ATP molecules. So in the stage 4 it involves 3 successive reactions in which this succinic acid or succinate is converted to oxaloacetate. So first step is oxidation of succinate to fumarate, which is a dehydrogenation reaction and it is catalyzed by succinate dehydrogenase. Here the hydrogen acceptor is FAD plus. This succinate dehydrogenase enzyme, it is a ferriflavoprotein. It is a ferriflavoprotein. It contains FAD and iron sulfur. It contains FAD and iron sulfur. It contains 4 atoms of non-heme iron and 1 FAD. 4 atoms of non-heme iron and 1 FAD per molecule of enzyme. This enzyme is bound to the inner surface of the inner mitochondrial membrane. This enzyme is bound to inner surface of the inner mitochondrial membrane, that is succinate dehydrogenase. That is the reaction succinate to fumarate by the enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. Here the H plus acceptor is FAD. This is the only dehydrogenation in citric acid cycle which involves direct transfer of H plus from substrate to a flavoprotein. This is the only dehydrogenation in citric acid cycle which involves direct transfer of hydrogen from the substrate to a flavoprotein without the participation of NAD plus. Then addition of malonate. Or oxaloacetate. This addition of malonate or oxaloacetate inhibits the enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. That is by competitive inhibition. It results in the accumulation of this succinate. Then oxidation of FADH2 through this electron transport chain yields 2 ATP. So from 2 FADH2 it gives 4 ATP molecules. Then next one is formation of malate from fumarate. By the enzyme fumarase it is converted into malate. Then this next step is oxidation of malate to oxaloacetate by the enzyme malate dehydrogenase, which requires NAD plus as the coenzyme. this oxaloacetate acts catalytically. It combines with a fresh molecule of acetyl-CoA and continue the cycle. Then the whole process is repeated. This oxidation of NADH through the electron transport chain produces 3 ATP. So, from 2 molecules of NADH, it produces 6 ATP molecules. So, coming to energetics, from this isocitrate dehydrogenase, it is 6 ATP. Then alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase reaction, it is also 6 ATP. Then comes succinate thiokinase, it is 2 ATP. Then succinate dehydrogenate is 4 ATP. Then malate dehydrogenate is 6 ATP. So, total ATP molecules per TCA cycle is 24. 24 ATP molecules. That is the energetics in TCA cycle. Then 5 B vitamins are associated with the TCA cycle for yielding energy. 5 B vitamins. First one is riboflavin. Riboflavin. This riboflavin in the form of FAD. In the form of FAD, a cofactor for succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. That is riboflavin. Next one is niacin. Niacin in the form of NAD, the hydrogen acceptor for isocitrate dehydrogenase, then alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase and malate dehydrogenase. That is niacin in the form of NAD. Then thiamine. Thiamine as thiamine diphosphate. Thiamine diphosphate as coenzyme for the decarboxylation in the alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase reaction. Next one is lipoic acid. Lipoic acid as coenzyme for alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase reaction. Here TPP, lipoic acid, FAD, NAD, Mg+. So lipoic acid is here as a coenzyme for alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase reaction. Next one is pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid as part of coenzyme A, the cofactor attached to active carboxylic acid residues such as acetyl-CoA and this succinyl-CoA. That is pantothenic acid as part of coenzyme A. Then this TCA cycle is called amphibolic in nature. TCA cycle is called amphibolic in nature because amphibolic. It has dual role. Dual role. First, catabolic and anabolic. Catabolic and anabolic. Catabolic means acetyl-CoA produced from the metabolism of carbohydrates, lipids and proteins are oxidized to produce carbon dioxide, acetyl-CoA to carbon dioxide and water and energy as ATP in this cycle. That is the catabolic role in all of TCA cycle. Acetyl-CoA produced from metabolism of carbohydrate, lipids and proteins are oxidized in this cycle to produce carbon dioxide and water and energy as ATP. That is catabolic role. Then coming to anabolic role. It is also called synthetic role. The intermediates of TCA cycle are utilized for synthesis of various compounds such as heme synthesis, fatty acid synthesis, formation of non-essential amino acids, cholesterol synthesis, steroid synthesis and formation of acetyl-CoA. That's why TCA cycle is called amphibolic in nature. It has dual roles such as catabolic and anabolic roles. Then coming to regulation of TCA cycle. Next is regulation of TCA cycle. First regulation is respiratory control through ETC and oxidative phosphorylation. Respiratory control through ETC and oxidative phosphorylation. It exerts the main control. That is the first regulation. Second one is several enzymes of TCA cycle are important in the regulation. Several enzymes of TCA cycle are important in the regulation. So 3 key enzymes are, first one is citrate synthase. Next one is isocitrate dehydrogenase. And third one is alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex. These enzymes are responsible for the energy status as expressed by the ATP-ADP ratio and NADH-NAD plus ratio. The citrate synthase, this enzyme is allosterically inhibited by ATP. It is allosterically inhibited by ATP and long chain acyl-CoA. Then coming to isocitrate dehydrogenase, it is activated allosterically by ADP. And it is inhibited by ATP and NADH. Then in addition to this succinate dehydrogenase enzyme is inhibited by oxaloacetate. And the availability of oxaloacetate is controlled by malate dehydrogenase. So succinate dehydrogenase is inhibited by oxaloacetate and the availability of oxaloacetate is controlled by malate dehydrogenase, which depends on NAD plus ratio. So that is about TCA cycle. This is today's topic. Thank you for watching.